how to create a colourful design like this in Affinity Photo. You can use this for overlays, backgrounds, textures and much more. Well, first thing to do is create a gradient fill layer. Go to Layer menu and then New Fill Layer. Once you've done that, go to the Gradient tool, make certain that's selected, and you can see you can drag this, modify the gradient. But also you can go up here, just click here, go to Swatches, and then click one of your elliptical designs, so just one of these ones. Now you should have a number of these. Select this. If you haven't got one, you can modify the gradient simply by going here to Type and set it to radial. So once you've done that, you can then manipulate this, make this a bit smaller. You can also modify the origin point, but also you'll notice you've got this red around the edge. You can remove it. So simply go up here, click here. So click, and then you've got this option here. You've got all the stops, you've got the red one here, go down here and set it to opacity 0. Now you can see transparency. You've just got your gradient in the center there. Well, you can now manipulate this. Now with the Move tool, you can't do much, but what you can do is you can rasterize this layer. So Layer, and you can go to Rasterize, and then now you can manipulate it with various filters. So Filters, go to Distort and Deform. You could use other ones as well, perfectly reasonable, but Deform is a really good one, and you can then change this. With the Move tool selected, the key thing is actually the Move tool is selected, Filters, Distort and Deform. Some of the other tools, if you use them, they cause problems. So let's just, again, here, add some pins. And then you can simply add around there and add in the center. You can just put a mix of those and now simply drag. Now sometimes you'll find that the pin just does not want to move. Sometimes you can try and select it, it seems to ignore it. Notice that happens a number of times, but most of them you should be able to drag in or out and even add some outside to put dents in. So you can create all kinds of weird and wonderful shapes. Click Apply. Well, with that, I can resize it a bit more. I just want to make it a bit smaller. But now I'm just going to add a layer effect. So just go over here to Layers. Down the bottom, got Effects. Just click there. So Layer Effects. Now 3D, set that on. Make sure it's highlighted. And then go for Radius. Push it up to about 26, 27, depending on the size of the document. Click Close. Now rasterize it again. So right click and then go down here to rasterize. Reason for that, I want to turn the effects and the pixels all into one single layer. So rasterize, click here, make certain that's turned off, and rasterize. Now you can press return or enter on the keyboard if you've got the Move tool selected. So there's the Move tool. This panel will appear. And what you can then do, set duplicate on. So duplicate, make certain that is, and you can then increase, just drag and increase the number, say 23 or 24. Set the scale and reduce down, and you can create a lovely design very quickly, just like that. But also you've got rotation, so you can just rotate it, and you only have to slight rotation, create it like that. So all those settings like 6, 85 for the scale, and 23 for numbers of copies. And click OK. Well, this design, you can now select them all, go to Layers, hold down the Shift, and they're all selected. Right click, and then go to Group, all grouped. Now you can right click and again rasterize. So you turn it all into one single layer. But that's not the end of it. What you need to do is go to Brushes. You can find the Brushes panel in the window menu, brushes like layers, etc. But now what you can do, with this selected, you can go over here, right side menu, click there, and new brush selection. And you can do this with any selected pixel layer. So any design you create, and you could of course modify this, you could distort this to create even weird and wonderful shapes and designs. But new brush from selection, and you can see then you've got that image brush. Now I'm just going to remove that, don't need any more. You could of course save it to your assets if you wish as well. Then double click, that edits these. So within here, you can now modify this slightly. You can add various things such as rotation jitter, so you can make it rotate. Also scatter. Great thing about scatter, it will fill the entire image. And also scatter Y. And also hue jitter as well. So you can see now it creates a variety of, and also if you want to add a bit of difference in the size, you can set random, say, and you can see you can get small, big, and also multiple different colours. So you've got random there, and you can modify other settings here as well, and close. Then go over here to select the paintbrush tool, so paintbrush, and now just apply it. And very quickly, you can create all kinds of unique designs. You can modify, of course, the width here, so just reduce it down, maybe make it smaller, and just apply it like that. So straight away, you've now got this. So let's just remove that, and also the brushes, and you can continue. And of course, what you can also do, maybe apply effects to it before or after. So just go here, filters, distort, filters, I said, distort, deform. Again, you can add some pins here. Now, this is one trouble, what I wanted to show you quickly, is very hard to select when you're using the brush tool. Now, you can, but it certainly makes it harder to select. And then drag down there and click apply. And then continue to add some more on top of that. Maybe you decide, you know what, I don't want those colours. You can go to layer and down to new adjustment layer. Maybe go for something like black and white to turn it into a texture. So black and white, and you can see then you get that. Modify the reds, yellow, and merge. And you've got a design like that. Once you've got that, you can simply add some more brush strokes. So click, and you can see you can add some more. Now, another thing you could do, simply go to layer and new layer. So you can add it to a layer. And with a layer, you can then modify the layer separately from that background design. So all kinds of different designs can be created that way. Hope you found this of interest. Any questions, please let me know in the comments below. Bye.